Does anything bad happen when we're doing the myths? Well, in fact, yes, there was an incident not long ago, which I'm not going to talk about. The good news about bad things happening is that we've got a crew of around 2 dozen people. They're split up between 2 shops. One is my shop that Adam and I work in, and the other shop that Terry ran before he worked. And so there's about a dozen people in each shop. And we're regularly replicating circumstances in which people get maimed or killed, and all sorts of weird things happen. And yet, we've been doing this for this long, hundreds of myths, and we still have all our fingers and toes. Whenever anything unusual does happen, like the one that shall remain unnamed, we pay very careful attention to it, and we just look at it very closely, make sure that it will never happen again. And I hope that we figured it out. We're kind of in a weird place because, on the one hand, you have to figure that after a while your number is up, and we figure that we've long past that. But on the other hand, we're getting more experience as we go along. So we kind of, all of us, have sort of a second sense that we've developed from working around all this stuff that we're hoping will continue to keep us safe. Next question. Orange shirt, yes.
Is there a myth that you really wanted to do that the insurance company just wouldn't let you do?
Is there a myth that we wanted to do that the insurance company just wouldn't let us do? Actually, so far there is one that I'm still working on it. This is one of my favorite stories, and I'm the only one that's championing this. There's this thing about somebody on a train going in one direction, say that's going 40 miles an hour, and there's that person hangs his arm out the window and throws a baseball back the opposite direction at exactly 40 miles an hour. Now, the thing is that what's supposed to happen is that ball just appears out of midair to somebody that was standing right in the right spot and drops straight down without any kind of momentum or anything on it. And Cary Grant and Tori did this. The production went ahead and had them do this story that I thought of it as just the beginning part. What I wanted to do with that, understanding that it probably did work, was that I want to put myself on that vehicle and get off without any momentum, which basically means, yeah. So the thing that I have in mind is something like a semi-trailer truck flatbed that's real low to the ground, and a slingshot aimed backwards that I can get into it, and they won't let me do it. And seriously, the thing with a lot of these experiments where I've got to apparently talk to the insurance company directly. Normally that's handled for us by safety consultants and everything, but I can't even get past them with this one. But the thing that I keep pushing these kinds of experiments forward with is the word incremental, because I go well, if you're not going to let me do it at 40 miles an hour, what about 5 miles an hour? I can run that fast. And they go, okay, and what about 10 miles an hour? If I do that safely, what about 15? And so on. And what if I do it in some kind of protective thing? We recently did, in fact, one of the last 3 stories that